Howdy, y'all. It's Cody from the Keepers of Nerddom, and once again, I am joined by Will, in part because we actually just got to talk a little bit, if you've already seen it, our Season 2, Episode 3 review of Invincible. If not, go check that out.
Absolutely.
But the reason we are filming this together as well is because it relates to one of our favorite shows right now, Invincible.
Yes.
Actually, you called me, Will, and said, hey, do you know? I believe, right? Or you texted me or sent me a picture?
I shot you a text.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, my whole brain melted down because, sure enough, apparently in the files of Fortnite, they do have a collab for Invincible coming out. And it's funny because Mortal Kombat just recently is getting Omni-Man as one of their DLC characters.
That's right.
Which is awesome.
I've got to get that game.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, who doesn't want to watch Omni-Man fight Homelander?
Yeah. As a side note, one of his brutalities or fatalities for Omni-Man is when he grabs Mark and goes through the train.
Really?
Really.
I've only seen one clip of him,
funny.
and it's him literally just doing the straight arms at the side flying, and he just flies through the opponent.
That's
and
awesome.
Just makes him just burst into mist.
Yeah. So first off, Fortnite OG is going on right now. And these are sometime coming in December, which may very well be if after Fortnite OG season ends.
We're assuming
it's a short one.
December 2nd is when the Fortnite OG ends.
Right.
Transitioned into. Right. I don't even know if it's going to be a new season because it sounds like Fortnite is taking a very strange direction.
Okay, interesting. So
we'll see.
In that note, right? Let's just go through really quickly. These things that are previewed. We have Adam Eve with her cape, and also her symbol that you could wear on her back instead. Mark, they couldn't figure out apparently an item for him. And at first when I saw it, I just thought it was a pink backpack. And you were like, no, it's a Burger Mart bag with those, what do they call them? Sequids from Mars on it, which makes us wonder, what's about to happen in Invincible?
Right. Could this be a potential hint as to what's going on in the franchise?
Great. I love just that concept of that. It's the weirdest, crazy thing. If those Sequids move at all, squirm, awesome. Omni-Man's cape, which that makes sense with Omni-Man, cool. But I think the best back bling of all that I've ever seen in the game, period, maybe, is Immortal's head. And I really just hope that it moves and tries to talk to you or something.
That's hilarious.
That's awesome. But we get 3 skins, Adam Eve, Invincible, and Omni-Man.
Also, some other things that are in this drop that aren't pictured is a loading screen with some art.
Okay.
It was pretty cool. One of the arms of the cyborgs from the show is a pickaxe.
Oh, right.
War Woman's mace is also a pickaxe, and they're also releasing a weapon skin for Invincible. I'm pretty sure.
Interesting. So, side note, I think I'd said that to you that they shouldn't have even done pickaxes for them because when you're having to get as desperate as War Woman's mace. Whoop-de-doo, right?
Right.
Or the cyborgs arms.
I'm going to compare it to Star Wars, the Star Wars collabs and their pickaxes, because why?
Yep, they were bad. Terrible.
Here's a metal pole with a random object on the end of it.
Yep. Because wasn't Obi-Wan's just a shovel?
It was literally
stupid.
I think it was really just a rusty pole with some weird metallic thing on the end of it.
Yeah.
And I know that for Darth Maul, they gave him a pole axe.
Yeah.
Which I think he does actually use in the comics, maybe, but I'm not very familiar with the comics. But
Will, I think you're being disingenuous here.
Disingenuous.
They gave Darth Vader the perfect pickaxe.
I forgot about that one.
The stupid pole with just the Imperial symbol on the top. I'm just give them lightsabers for their pickaxes, please.
But you can't because they're weapons.
I know. It's just so stupid, though. I'm just stop. It's so dumb.
It's kind of brain numbing.
It is. It hurts my soul. Because Ahsoka had another staff thing, too. And I don't care. And I know it was from the show, so they had a staff.
Right.
Woo. Anyway, so this collab with Omni-Man stuff is amazing. The pickaxes are dumb, but this stuff here, Immortal's head for a backbling, hilarious. These skins, I'm getting them all. Don't care. Grabbing it all.
Yeah,
I'll just grab the pack. Will you?
Honestly, I don't know. I'm thinking I might just get one of them, and it's either gonna be Invincible or Omni Man. I just don't like Adam Eve that much. I'm sorry, but
Leave. Out.
I'm sorry.
Out.
Adam Eve is a cool character, but she's also kind of has an ego
That's fair.
way too big for her that
That's
I
fair.
don't really appreciate.
That's fair. I just really want the whole thing because you can get a good
Oh
deal
yeah,
with it.
yeah.
If
Of course,
it's all
the
three
bundle
of
would
them
be
in a
great.
bundle.
Like even if I don't end up using it,
And knowing my luck, the Immortal Head will be the bonus thing that you only get with the bundle. So then it'd be like, okay.
yeah,
just
I
get it
hate when
anyway.
Fortnite does that.
Right.
That's a cheap trick.
Right. So the reason we wanted to talk about this, though, is since this is coming up,
Yeah.
it was interesting timing because this also came out on the same day of what's coming up as an update happened in Fortnite. You had two pieces. Voice chat was the first one. What happened there?
So now voice chat, essentially they are recording people's voice chats now, and it rolls over every 5 minutes. So that means it'll take a 5-minute section of audio, and if that's not used for a report, it just gets deleted and starts a new one. So if anyone reports you, they now have access to that 5-minute slot of audio, and they are pretty heavy with the ban hammer, is kind of the word on the street, if you will.
Interesting.
And it also doesn't matter if it's party audio in game. It can also use your console's party system audio as well, which is pretty malarkey, if you ask me. That's pretty dumb.
Super creepy.
Yeah, I mean,
Messed up stuff.
it's not like I haven't seen this before. Sony is doing the same thing, with all that stuff.
And
so
It's
yeah.
it's not necessarily that I want to say like terrible things online, but it's not like it's privacy stuff and it's
It
just
is privacy
legality
stuff. 'Cause, like, why are
things.
you listening to people's private conversations
Yeah.
when they're gaming?
As a side note, though, it is kind of funny because people today apparently wouldn't have survived in the initial Halo 2 and 3 era
Oh,
and Call of
goodness.
Duty era when it was first starting.
Oh man.
Chat all of a sudden would tell you everything that you will do wrong, have done wrong, and what they're going to do to you because they've decided they don't like you. And it was awkward as all get out, but it was
Yeah.
also like people were allowed to just
Let's not forget the
Exist.
racial slurs.
that's true. And in that case, right, like these are things that shouldn't happen.
Yes.
It's just a hard thing because it's like obviously there are things that people do that shouldn't happen.
It's really easy to hide behind your screen
Yeah.
and just hurl cuss words at the nearest thing in
Right.
front of you.
And unfortunately, that makes it easier for them to justify it because rightfully so. Like these are things that should never be said, but it also is that free speech question issue because where do you draw the line on free speech stuff?
Right, but is it speech or is it just cursing?
Right. Right, and that's where it's
Is
all
it-
hard.
Is it actual intelligent conversation or is
'Cause-
it just
Obviously, a racial slur stuff. Well, yeah, no, that shouldn't be protected by stuff if
No.
that's just degrading other people groups. That's messed up. But yet, it also goes
that's a good word for that.
who draws the line and where do they draw the line at?
That's the thing is it's
That's
such
where
a
it gets
blurred
complicated.
line because
Yeah.
in the land of free speech, we still have issues finding out what free speech even means.
Right. And it also it changes based on who's in control at the moment of that company or that resource thing. And that's
It's like, oh, you can't say this or this or this or this.
Yeah.
But
and you may get banned and not even realize that you had said something that was bannable.
right, even remotely,
Yeah.
inherently wrong.
And these are the things I would say, like, no, this is a serious issue that really we have to be very, very careful with. And unfortunately, we're going to get to a point where you're going to have to call up your friends and go, hey, let's come over and play video games together because if we're online, if we even accidentally say something.
We're gonna go back to the age of LAN parties.
I mean, honestly, is that a terrible thing? The answer is
probably not.
no. They were better.
Yeah,
They were more fun.
I wish I could have gotten a game through that.
Yeah.
That seems pretty fun.
Oh, dude, it was awesome. There was one time, I kid you not, man, I can't remember who we were playing with. We had two Xbox consoles, I think it was the 360s, hooked up landline-wise in two
really?
different rooms in a basement, and we were playing Halo against each other, and one of the teams, we were doing like illumination mode or something. They found a glitch in Halo 3 where they could get up in this tree and their identity, the reticle wouldn't even turn red when you were
Really?
looking at them. Yeah. It was crazy. It was so much fun. And they were dying laughing. We were having a blast because we were getting frustrated over here going, where the heck is he?
Right.
And he's dying laughing at us as he walks into the room and they're like, he's not moving. He hasn't moved for 20 minutes. How?
Right.
Where is he? Like, it was awesome. But we wouldn't have had that same experience of him walking into the room from the other room.
Right.
Unless, like, literally you live 5 minutes away and just drove to our house. Like,
Right.
It's special. The LAN parties were amazing. And same screens and everybody, and, you're peeking. No. Like, these are the problems, and yet the things that made it special.
Of course.
But anyway, there's that one. And man, it just concerns me because it's just going to get worse and worse to the point where you can't say anything and without somebody going, I'm reporting you because you won the game. Right. And now I'm upset. So the other thing, though, that I noticed last night, and we started talking about it, was there are skins now that have a little warning label on them.
Yes.
That say, this skin will not be usable or will be updated or changed in modes that are not teen, in essence.
Rated.
Yeah. So like regular Fortnite with obviously weaponry and all this stuff, it's teen, so they have all this. Okay, whatever. Well, apparently some custom modes that you want to play with friends might be rated E for everyone.
Right.
And then those skins are not necessarily accessible.
So pretty much the guidelines of it are like if the skin is displaying weaponry, munitions, or like just,
which is really
anything of that sort, you can't use it in certain age-rated game modes. Yeah. So like anything in like creative, essentially. Yeah. I mean, I hope almost anything.
Right.
Because I hope that there's at least some kind of things that you can use the skins for.
Yeah.
Because people paid money for these skins to use them, and now Fortnite is, deciding who gets to use what skin
where,
which is,
and it sounds pretty
crazy,
minor in a way, because I don't think it's going to be very many modes that you'd think of, but yet it may shock someone, and it's like, why not just make it all teen? Anyway,
right? Just make the whole game teen.
Fortnite Battle Royale, you're running around with AR, pistol, and shotguns, and grenade launch. Like,
but they wouldn't be able to do that though.
It's cartoon silly violence, but it's like, what happened? Like, is there a country that's causing this? Is there a rating system stuff going on around here, conversation wise?
There's rating stuff going on because it seemed like Fortnite is like working with this certain organization to help with rating and stuff like that. I mean, I haven't really looked into it a lot. Everyone's just kind of been pointing the finger at Epic saying, like, what are you doing? You're ruining the game again right after you just made everything great.
Right.
Like, what's going on? What's wrong with you? Right. And pretty much the whole community is up in arms about it.
And rightfully so.
Yeah, rightfully so. I mean, it seems like something so little to, like, disagree on or, like, have problems with. But it's definitely a bigger problem than they make it out to be.
Yeah. It's just weird. I just don't understand why they're doing that because on top of the chat thing, it just feels like the nanny system is getting stronger. Mm-hmm. And Fortnite's already made fun of because it's aimed to little kids, but yet it became so popular because of major people playing it, right?
Right. And originally Fortnite was not aimed for children. It was definitely an adult game because they used to have a middle finger emote.
Did they really?
Yeah. But it didn't last long. This was like season 1 or 2. Like very, very start of the game.
Seriously?
Yes. You should look it up.
Yeah, I wasn't playing back then. I think the first time I played was like season 5 or 6 for half a second.
Right.
No, it was like 3.
Because I started in like season 3, but even then it wasn't in the game.
What was the superhero season? The first superhero season?
I think that's season either 3 or 4.
Okay, it was that season. I got something free from Twitch drops, and so I have like this military outfit.
Yeah, that guy with like the gray.
That was a girl.
Oh, the girl.
So
can't
remember her name.
She had that one helmet.
I don't know.
I think.
Maybe. I think she might
she
have a
was
hat.
wearing like a
I don't know. I have to look. It's been a long time, but that's interesting. Like, what? Well, obviously things change, especially with a game like Fortnite that just keeps going
right
in this way, which is cool. I would not want a game like that to just fade away and die because of how special it truly is, right? That's what other game do we have that you can spawn in as the Terminator with Bender as your back bling or Baby Bender riding on the Millennium Falcon down with your pickaxe being Storm's gauntlet and mix and match to your heart's desire, right? Just that's I think the coolest thing ever is just the collabs and
it's pretty much
customization.
The pop culture of the game at this point.
And they've created things inside their own culture that they go Jonesy and the banana and a few others that I'm like, yeah, these are things that are their identity. Like you would see Jonesy and everybody would go, the guy from Fortnite.
Right. It's the so actual crazy that like Fortnite has also not only welcomed in all these different universes and literally have made them canon, but it has also spread into other universes as canon. Like Fortnite is canon in Marvel.
Interesting.
It's canon in DC.
So there is crossover between the universes fully.
Yeah, there is.
Beyond the comic books, because there is a DC Marvel crossover comic book, and it's a lot of fun. I don't know if I have that still.
There's also a DC, like Batman Fortnite comic book. I don't know if you ever saw anything about that, but it was like Batman Zero or something.
Okay. Oh, man.
But
it's just such an interesting thing to talk about this right in the middle of Fortnite OG. Such a great time. It has been
a great time
fantastic.
to play Fortnite. This is the most fun I've had on Fortnite in a long time.
The combat shotgun came back.
It did.
Yesterday? Yeah.
I picked it. And the drum gun, which I'm even more excited about because the only one I can ever find is green, though. But I'm still like, I'm on it.
Yeah, hey. It's the
drum
gun.
The TAC SMG.
True.
That came back too. It's been really happy to play with that again. Man. That thing is a monster.
I love playing with the older guns again.
Right.
Because sometimes the new stuff's cool, but then it's like sometimes it's just nice to go back to that older stuff. Be like, oh yeah.
I do miss the mobility though.
True. Very true.
Like the witch broom before, like the season before this one with the witch broom.
You know what we might get next week for this OG season?
What?
Ballers.
Oh, that's right. We are going to get ballers. I also want to get a plane. But
they've been in it right now, and they're fun.
Yeah, but the only place to like really get them is at Frosty Flights.
Yeah, there's a few other spots randomly, but
that place is like crazy right now. Like, literally,
don't do it.
One drops there right now. It's bad.
We need to do that.
We do need to do that.
No. You remember what I'm talking about? The
Air Royale.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes.
I wish they would. Okay, that's one of my.
We gotta do it again.
That's one of my biggest wants for Fortnite is to bring back all of these, like not only OG Fortnite, because it also has been leaked in the files that they're gonna possibly keep OG Fortnite as a game mode, so you can go to this island, and play there.
Right.
I wish they would bring back stuff like the floor is lava.
Oh, I forgot about that mode.
Like Siphon, Food Fight, 50v50. And like stuff like Air Royale, because that stuff was super fun. Air Royale was probably the most fun I've had on Fortnite.
Did we play that together?
We did.
And
we did all those challenges and everything, and that was
right.
insanity. That was so much fun.
I would fly, and you would absolutely wreck with the minigun.
Right. And then sometimes I would take a turn flying, and you would just go nuts with the minigun too. It was so much fun just getting to switch and like play different roles.
Yeah. Oh man. That mode was sick.
Gosh.
Hopefully it comes back.
Like with the 50v50 and Air Royale being in the game at the same time, Fortnite felt like World War I. Like it was just nuts. Like it was just constant insanity throughout the whole game. But yeah.
Okay. I think we've hit it all. That was big, but
pretty much. But yeah.
But that's the thing. We're excited about what's could be there and good. And it's just really sad when they do those things like this.
Come on, man.
Yeah, don't go down this rabbit hole, please. Anyway,
I think it's what's done is done. I don't think they're gonna. I mean,
We'll
they do listen to the community a lot, which I appreciate. Like this season, finding health and shields was stupid.
That's
like
true.
you could not
That's true.
find them at all, so they buffed the rate of the drops.
Yeah.
Which I really appreciated.
Huh.
A lot
That's
of
a good
people
point.
are asking them to fix the assault rifle bloom, but I think a lot of people are getting blinded by nostalgia and not realizing that that is how the assault rifles were.
Right.
And they were really that bad.
Yeah, but that's part of it.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I think we've gotten through all this. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below about this update, the skins that are coming out for Invincible. Yeah, Fortnite right now is in a good spot, but yet this update caused for concern too.
Right. I think they're just going to take a really strange direction because they're also, sorry to add on a little bit,
sorry,
but they are doing a Lego collaboration and another Rocket League collaboration, but apparently it's some kind of like racing mode, something like that. But honestly, it just seems like this game just goes deeper and deeper into creative mode every day, and that eventually, like, it's just not going to be a battle royale anymore. It's just going to be a sandbox kind of game.
It is. We haven't had that for a while. The dance. What was the dance mode that we had?
The dance mode,
where you go to the different dance floors and try to take them over. You'd have to dance on them.
I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah, and the mirror ball would, I can't remember what it's called. Disco ball would go up until you capture it.
Disco Fever or something like that.
Maybe.
I don't know, but that I remember exactly what you're talking about.
And there were some fun modes.
And that was fun
because it was just so really derpy, fun. Silly fun.
Food fight though was crazy.
Food fight. What was that?
That was where you had the tomato head and the Durr Burger on separate sides of the map, and there's a huge wall separating 50 players on one side and 50 players on the other side. Everyone would run and grab loot for like the first 10 minutes. And then you would basically, the wall drops, and you have to damage the other mascot as much as possible. And like whoever kills the other mascot first wins. But they had like massive amounts of health, and people would build like these huge structures around them and put turrets everywhere. And it was just like,
I forgot about that. That mode was fun.
It was, I mean, I wouldn't say capture the flag because you couldn't like go capture it and like bring it back, but.
And the Avengers,
it was really crazy.
Like both times with the superpowers, and then Thanos. Man, like Thanos and his Chitauri versus the Avengers power ups.
That was awesome.
Man, it was good.
Man,
all right,
good times.
We should just end this because I'm getting really nostalgic and sad now. All right, like, share, and subscribe. Though, let us know in the comments below what you think of the updates that are going on. You know, what do you think about the chat stuff and recording you and also this update to the skin stuff and changing what we pay for? Let us know in the comments below. Right, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you again, Will, for joining me. This was good. Take care of you.